EG's turn to ban. Newbee's turn to ban. EG's turn to pick.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the MarsTV 2 League Autumn 2016, the MDL, and we got Newbee versus Evil Geniuses in the winner bracket final. That's winner of this moves on into the final for a best of 5 to match up and get a big drop of that $250,000. And we're already into game number 2 with Newbee putting on a world-class performance and absolutely shutting down all of the laning momentum that EG were able to build up. And, well, SC, Storm Spirit, certainly gets a lot of props from a lot of people for that showing in game 1. Let's see what's in store for game number 2. I'm Kyle Guy for Beyond the Sun. I'm joined again by Merlini. Here we are once again, Ben. This time EG will be able to get the good. I mean, what did you really think about the draft for game 1, and how much of it is just on the draft? You're seeing, like...
They built the lineup around the Storm. The Storm looked like he did really well.
Yeah.
The coach did so many small things that game. X a few times so he could refill his ball, get blood faster, TB to the middle lane, kind of salvage the early game despite the Elder Titan constantly harassing. So I think, actually more impressed by the play from the Kunkka, the Shadow Demon, but overall their support play around the map was, I think, much better than EG's that game.
Looks like we'll have a bit of a reversal swap in that support department, as Newbee are going to be snagging up the Oracle here. And always, as mentioned, does limit a couple of options, specifically to, I imagine, Universe there. We already talked a bit about how he's a pretty good counter, at least in the laning stage against someone like Darks here, but also could remove Bat from the playing field. And obviously opens up great options for any sort of heavy-hitting core that might need some way to kind of bail out of trouble. What would be the heavy cheese of an Huskar, let's say, or whomever else. We'll have to see. The world is your oyster, Newbee. You have yet to show us what your game plan truly is.
I'm a little bit surprised that they took the Oracle first. I don't think it would have been that hotly contested. I'm not surprised to see the Kunkka go first, though, because of how big of an impact he has. And he also limited the TA's output a lot because of like the forced her to get a BKB because Thorn just instantly takes out your reflection charges. Like, he couldn't kill anyone during the BKB because of the boat, and the X initiation is just super annoying that you can't refract blink out of and be safe most of the time. And also, like, Oracle was just a non-factor during the team fights, whereas Kunkka was a huge deal.
Well, here Newbee decided to go for it first, and then they quickly followed up with a casual little Slardar grab. Can't fault on that. You get your initiator already kind of put into the mix. You are Dire's side, and you got the minus armor benefit if you wanted to move in and do the, let's say. And still doesn't reveal too much as far as what the overall game plan is. So EG will have to start considering options to kind of help with the lack of potential armor that could be there. But
they need the burst to, like, last game they had so much burst with the Storm Spirit, like, and they had good lockdown to do so. Like, EG, you can, like, blink in and stun, but even then, like, even with TA and Slark and Sanking all there, they still really couldn't kill anyone. I think, like, you'd be really like that quick clean kill on number 1, make it a 5-4 and take the fight from there. Slark is what they do that, especially when paired with the Lifestealer, TA, something like that.
Yeah. Well, Beastmaster doesn't add much to the burst, but obviously provides that BKB ignoring stun lockdown. Gives you the vision, so I guess you could spot out where that backliner Oracle is, and provide the extra vision if Newbee were hoping to get a nice sort of Roche lineup. Or EG are just building up into what could be the craziest Tinker lineup ever. But you got Kunkka singing him back and Beastmaster providing Hawks to Boots of Travel on. He'll provide the burst. He gets the burst for Oracle, so maybe we'll see a crazy Sumail Tinker game. Who knows? But moving on into the second phase of bans, EG banned out the Naga, which we have seen Newbee and in particular KP sport quite a bit. for NewB at TI. And it's something that a team could always pull out if they feel like they really want to grind their way into a good win.
I really like the support versus though. It neutralizes the roam almost completely.
Or maybe they want to go for... Oh no, ignore me. I was either going to go for Faceless Void. Unless it's a simply Faceless Void. Or unless it's a
They have done that.
Beastmaster. I mean, you never really know.
That was more with PBD Captain though.
Yeah.
With Crit Captain, I haven't seen it quite yet. And OG did not run it ever.
That's interesting. So a ban on the Jug.
10 seconds remaining.
And I don't know. I thought Jug would have been okay actually for possibly Newbee.
I thought the last game too, but it seems like they like the, I don't know, their one position's different than the other team's one position. Ooh,
9. These guys with their crazy names. SCCC. Ooh 9. I tried to ask Jack, I'm like, is there a way we should say it? Should we say it phonetically? Should we say it? He's like, just say SC. So, alright. The man with, I think he got upwards to like 9.2k MMR. It's unreal. And it looks like they will fall on a bounty hunter here.
They don't want to lose out on the Vision game. Beastmaster first pick, like last game, despite having the weird thing with that gem pickup, they bought the gem early and didn't use it for like a good 5 or 6 minutes. That's like a lot of gold. He could have had mech and then the gem, and by the time they actually started using the gem, or it would have been a little close. But they were at a severe lack of vision for the majority of the game. Sand King always seemed like he was playing in the dark, which is why he died so much of the game. And the Shadow Blade on the Slark, he wasn't able to really get the jump because he was always constantly scared of the next bomb because he didn't have a BKB. So with the Beastmaster, they can actually have more information around the map, because normally that's how you play against Newbee. If they 5-man style, you split push very heavily and you get way ahead in net worth. But they were only like 4,000 or 5,000 gold ahead with efficiency plays from the Kunkka, but also just because they were just always scared, and they had to be, because they kept giving it free kills on crit early, and it could have been way worse had it been course.
Well, Newbee already kind of set a mark now on this bounty hunter. EG have to kind of reconsider maybe what they want to do in a landing setup now. Don't have that natural 4 position to kind of help stalk down the bounty hunter, whether it be a spear breaker or not. And with Universe already committing to the Beastmaster here, it looks like they'll opt to step into a Razor grab. You know, someone who may be able to hold zone in case he is put into some trouble against the bounty hunter in the mid lane. And you know, with any Oracle kind of lineup, Oracle's there in hopes that he can get his core player to survive and stay alive with False Promise, but Razor's going to be happy to slip all the damage if they plan on really surviving. Maybe it could help in case Newbee were hoping to creep in a Huskar, let's say. Maybe Razor deters that a bit.
Is really good versus the Oracle. It's super annoying as a support, as an Oracle, to play against the Razor. You just get purged constantly.
Yeah,
he has
right.
all these single target abilities that are low cooldown, so he's just... It's just very difficult for Oracle burst. Normally, like, you're just okay with pew-pewing with in the back with Aether Lens, but Razor is very good versus that. And as you mentioned, he is quite resilient against the Hunter, easily in the safe lane, or even a one-on-one matchup in the off lane, if depending on how you set up their lanes. But you generally don't have that of a safe lane, although it may be a little bit different with the Bounty Hunter in this game.
That's true. That puts pressure on just Faith. Imagine if Faith playing Oracle to kind of be the one to base it, whoever the U9 pickup will be, unless they do get him something a bit more self-sufficient. It is going to be interesting to see how Newbee do delegate the lane, but it looks like it's going to be a Luna grab here, and it is a bit rare to see the a la carte Luna, if you will, the one without a Shadow Demon, then, so... I mean, I would imagine it still offers a lot without having to be with Shadow Demon. You don't get the benefit of all the extra illusion gaming, but you know, they still have the Oracle to be that one defensive support to bail her out if she gets into trouble.
She is a little bit of a strange pick here. I think, like, you see Luna much more often, and as you mentioned, there's 2 main ones that I see her in. One is you push down T1s and T2s very early on, not necessarily T3s, just T1s and T2s with the Luna, because of her Lunar Blessing, and the second one is with the Shadow Demon, and none of those really are shown in this game. Also, remember when Razor was super popular, like just picked every single game?
Yeah.
He crushed Luna and Gyrocopter because they're
that was
low
TI4.
range. Yeah,
Yeah.
TI4 and a little bit before and after. Like Razor just was super powerful and just ran at these heroes and just he leached all of their damage. And I think like those heroes with a lot of right click but no mobility. I guess Luna's like super fast, but she can't actually really escape the link that well. Maybe
Yeah.
with the help of Hurricane Pike, you can now. But like in general, it's just a terrible matchup for Luna to play against because you always get your damage soak.
Yeah. It's definitely gonna be interesting to see what the game plan is there. In the meantime, EG do snag up the Keeper of the Light.
Could be
And
just
that
they could
says
just run a storm at this point.
even more mapping, you know, the Keeper Kunkka duo, man. This is, oh my god, I wish I said it at first. I was gonna say by the regard of like Razor being the big powerhouse in the mid laner, and you're talking TI4 trends, Viper would have been the next best option for them to have a good mid lane matchup against the Razor. But now with him gone, and with OD gone, and they banned out the Jug themselves, it's gonna be interesting to see what Newbee settle on for the mid lane matchup. But we still have one more EG pick to go for here, and what I anticipate being the Arteezy grab. You got a Keeper and a Kunkka to manipulate your whole team across the whole map. You got birds to boot to travel on. Oh, they're gonna go back for the Slark again. Slark into a Slardar and a Bounty Hunter. Yeah, I know you can just pack off all the amp and all the vision, but still, they're gonna give it a bit of a run back here. It looks like for Arteezy.
This game is a much better game for the Slark because he doesn't have to deal with the heavy AoE ultimates. Last game, Boat and Ravage, like he constantly just had him around and he couldn't leech that much damage during his Shadow Dance because of those large AoE ultimates. Like he was just always hard pressed to blow his defensive cooldown very, very early on in the fight. But this game, he can just stick on the Luna. What are they really gonna do to the Slark this game?
You get double dark packs now too with the Coddle. That's pretty awesome.
That sounds super underwhelming.
Double dark pack?
Yeah.
Come on.
You take a lot of damage from that, dude.
Oh?
So? You don't want to kill yourself?
That's the Newbee team here. It's going to be the Invoker. It's an SC Invoker. Oh, it's going to be interesting. Wouldn't you say Razor does typically fare better in the mid lane matchup against an Invoker now?
I think it's fine. Invoker's really strong. Even if you sap damage, you can get the Force Spirits. You can also pick up early if you're really worried. Wouldn't be that scared if I were the Invoker.
Oh, it's interesting too. EG, you're swapping up. Normally we see Zai playing that Kunkka, but in this case it's going to be him playing that. I'm hearing music. Oh, okay. I heard it. Let's get it away, folks. It's game number 2 of our winner bracket final. Newbee going against Evil Geniuses. Winner final with their opponent.
They saw the smoke and they saw TP because of the Sunstrike coming from DC. So that was quick. They don't actually know where he TP to. Actually, they do know where he TP to because you can tell by the direction that the Keeper is facing. So I think they know that he TP to the mid lane, and you generally after that like place a ward, I guess near the top rune or in the very mid lane, but it's too hard to tell because they were smoked.
Yeah, lots of variables there on where I could have taken that ward. So maybe we'll know that there's some sort of vision out there. What they will not see at the moment is that EG do kind of have an idea of where Newbee are perching up right now. And might get a little bit of insight as far as how the lanes will reside, though it does seem pretty clear cut for Newbee. Though, as I say that, looks like they're going to make shift here at the bottom.
What's the Keeper for? The Keeper's unusual here.
Yeah, it's not like you got a Naga or a PL or someone you want to like run around the map and really take advantage of that Keeper Uber service.
And Zai's usually a roamer too.
Yeah.
I think the Keeper is very strong if they want to zone out safe laner. But Zai moves around far too often for that to be the primary usage of the Keeper of the Light in the early game here. I feel like the Keeper is very weak versus the Bounty Hunter. Like, Bounty Hunter just loves finding him and tracking him, and Universe will scout out. I don't know if he had to place a ward. I don't think he would have expected him to just pop out of Windwalk and just let it expire at that exact moment, so he probably knows that there's a ward there.
And it looks like Kaka also going to be dropping down a block out that camp on the way to that bottom lane, and Universe is just going to have to settle for a different jungle camp. Go for mid lane. Sumail already exerting dominance as get the first step out to see back.
The block was back from the invoke. His creep wave's already almost dead, and he went boots first. So I think he should be okay in this lane, but OK is good enough. He also has a threat of the bounty hunter. I think one of the reasons why they pick Invoker is because he has like very good kill potential on the Razor.
Yeah, the bounty hunter's heading back that way now. There is the sentry on the side of EG here, but Kaka's en route and does have his own sentry if he wants to try to go for a sentry snipe. We've been seeing plenty of this in the past chapter of Dota metas.
Yeah, but in the bottom lane, the Luna's getting free farm. One of the benefits of Luna is like she is actually very good in an aggressive dual or tri lanes, and this game she's just getting completely uncontested farm as RTZ and Zai take resonance on top.
And the bounty hunter just kind of ends up crossing through and passing, as there is also obs committed by EG. Side is still that deep obs from Newbee, spawning universe and his movements. And as I alluded to a bit, we'll scope in on the...
Sumail is taking a lot of damage in the lane.
Crit's here to help out a bit, but yeah, as mentioned, he is going to be forced to get a salve now.
Got the value Tango on that Observer Ward.
Gets the extra bit of regen here, but there's going to be a nice torrent connection. Damage is being snapped here. Nuke flies out, and quickly the fairy fire's going to be expended there by Kaka to stay alive. It could have been a bit of trouble, but
now there's no HP onto Sumail. He could die to a very well-placed Sunstrike had SC had the mana. I don't think he wasted on a blind one at that point, but oh, that's a regeneration. Okay.
Uh-oh, we got trouble here. SC striding in to crit, muscles him back a bit, but
where was the efficient Sunstrike? He had a regeneration running. That was a free spell.
Well, SC didn't care for it too much, it looks like, and we'll just opt to sit back in the mid lane for now, while SC does, or not SC rather, but Kaka does go for the self-deny and take a trip back to the base.
And crit picks up the bottle near the T2. So both teams like really trying to make sure that our safe laner is...
Sumail in a bit of trouble here. SC looks to make the move. Cold Snap rushes in, drops down the wall, and will be able to get the catch in. And moments later, a bottle would have been passed and Sumail would have been fine, but that was the right time for SC to strike.
Casually runs up in ice walls.
He was thirsty, man. He wanted that kill, and it was cold-blooded. The ice wall only fits perfectly with that, Ben. So nice work by SC. I mean, in this kind of matchup, the Razor versus Invoker, I would imagine you gotta have some serious skills on the Invoker.
No, it's all about the bounty hunter. The bounty hunter has just enabled him so much by like forcing out all the links out onto him, as opposed to the Invoker. He negated his salve by taking down all of his HP. He took down an Observer Ward, so that he can't really focus on the Invoker uphill, and also like he had the extra regeneration from that Eaten Tango to trade more with it. Like all these small things add up to that first blood.
Well, we're looking at a kind of situation here. Feels a bit similar to game one, except roles reversed. Only the good lane going for EG seems to be this RTZ farm lane at the top, but this time Sumail is not dominating on his TA. He's getting back down a bit on his Razor, though. His Razor still holds a ridiculous amount of CS in comparison, though, Ben. 20 on Sumail. I mean, he only has 7 CS. I mean, he does have the kill, but the farming game is still going pretty nice for EG.
Yeah, that is. He's just constantly getting towards it.
He's like, okay, hold on a second here. Where is that bounty hunter? Get back over here.
But look at this build. His build is like specifically tailored to deal with.
Kaka was just like, oh, come on, that courier was coming this way. But
he should get it.
Turn it back. He dropped out the ward, and he will continue to wait. He almost had it there, but oh god, is it gonna fly right to him? Now I can't peel away from this.
They have several wards on the right side too, so he knows if it flies over that way.
Unfortunately for him, EG just keeping it parked by the tower for now, as Sumail might be just looking to use this last charge and then hand it off. So unfortunate timing for Kaka if he was hoping to kind of intercept that one. I mean, while the bottom lane, by the way, has just been all Newbee all day, they managed to take down that tier 1. So U9 is getting pretty swole here, finishes his power treads, and just gets right back into that bottom lane grind. Meanwhile, top lane, they get the grab. RTZ goes down. SD gets the pick with the Invoker. Of course, that being all led up. Nice by Cape with the Slardar, getting the crush in.
They're doing very well in the early game.
That was the one good lane I was trying to say was going right for EG, but
I can't believe they just straight sacked their bottom lane, though. That's a very unusual play. because now you're like Universe can't really feel safe farming here. He's like very dark on that side of the map, and Newbee have 4 observer wards placed around that mid bottom lane area.
Look, yeah, they have a.
Oh,
it's like a try of obs where it's all around this mid tier 1. Very weird for G, and they are put in a very awkward situation in the laning phase. Something I'm sure they were going to put themselves into. I mean, you know, like the Zy. I mean, he's got his little tranquils now. I don't know what he's supposed to be doing in the early game right now.
Another thing is that the Luna feels very safe because she has the Lunar Blessing. Although they just did place an observer ward over there. Is Kaka going to get it?
Yeah, yes, he does.
They try to secure the jungle with the observer over there. Because all they need to do is kill the Luna once. If you kill the Luna once with the torrent from the fog, then they can actually regain control for like a good 2 or 3 minutes. But with that down and it's being nighttime for a minute and a half, they can pretty much just kiss their chances goodbye of getting a free kill down there.
That's a 9k support insight right there. Kaka.
They saw the Luna saw Kunkka.
I'm giving Kaka the credit, man. What? 9k more, but you're
usually the support doesn't get enough credit. This time he got undeserved. Oh yeah, he did own in the middle lane.
And he got the ward down. That's enough credit for me.
He did also have a in his inventory. It's also it's that's easy to overlook, but like having a sentry in your inventory at the right time is very important.
Maybe curse him though. Oh, maybe not. He eats the roar. No further trouble. Space is going to be able to step in and help him out. Sumail tries to get a piece of the action. Walks up into the high ground. Newbee are there waiting for him. Punch him in the nose.
He doesn't even make it.
I'm dead. Newbee just brick wall in the mid lane. That is rough. Universe, that was his debut roar moving around the map, and it just leads to Sumail's destruction.
They at least they're level 6 on Zai. He's been getting his farm.
I mean, he goes for Spirit Form right away, but I don't know how many level 2 Illuminate Blasts would stop Newbee right now.
Recall.
So you call in RTZ and an opportune time for a big fight.
Or recall like the Beastmaster in for a roar. Anything like that. They need to overwhelm them with numbers at this point. Newbee's getting the upper hand, shutting out EG in the first 8 minutes of the game, and I think once Slardar gets his Blink Dagger, which he has 2,300 gold for at the moment. It's the Bounty Hunter gets track, which is definitely going to happen at level 10 with the help of the Tome.
Oh my
gosh. Things are going to start being really dicey for them.
Yeah, it is. And Zai's going full greed on this Coddle. He's practically boneless jungle thing at this point.
Okay, 8.5 minute Blink Dagger.
I mean, solo takedown on RT I'm sure helps, but ever since they continued to farm up, Newbee just... They're going to sit a serious stride here in a second, and unfortunately for EG, it's going to be at their best time. As I mentioned, Track is going to be coming online. We already have the Blink. We have False Promise good to go. A Newbee with a huge fight could just totally take advantage of a window where EG are not going to be able to bounce back.
I think a lot of the reason why they're having such a poor early game is they're still trying to find their footing with their supports. Like they played the position 4 on OG, and now he's kind of position 5. And I feel like him and Zai play very similarly in that they like that roamer. They both like that ET. Crit plays the Earth Spirit a lot. I think they both would do pretty well on the roaming Kunkka, but they're having a lot of problems distributing farm, securing their lanes in the early game. Going for a roar onto the Luna.
Can they get the burst? Retort from U9 is going to be the Eclipse. It's a 3-on-1. Can EG get the finish? It looks like they'll be able to, but look who's coming from behind. It's Newbee. And with faking the kickoff, it's going to be a support takedown in exchange for the Luna. Obviously, a meteor grab for EG on this one allows them to finally get their first kill of the game at 10 minutes in.
And Invoker had like 7 CS when had like 20, but now he is by far the net worth leader over the Raider. It's 607 goal with that Midas picked up. It's only going to get worse at this point, and they had to commit 70 heroes up top to kill that Luna. I think all 5 of these heroes were up there on the 8 of the roar, but all in the meantime, Kaka is level 6 now. He doesn't even need the tome to get track. And with the Slardar Blink Dagger, it's getting
not
really
looking good for EG. And as RTZ tries to pounce back and away, there's going to be a beautiful crush, a beautiful Sunstrike, and another pick there for SC.
Oh man, that is one of your worst nightmares though, playing against the Blink Dagger Slardar this early. The bursts.
This coddle pick just
much.
feels so awkward right now. I can't help but feel like
it's more so I think the way they're playing it though. Again, they sack the safe lane. Like something that you'll see the keeper teams do a lot. They'll stack the keeper in the lane, and he'll push out every time he pushes his tower. You won't lose your tower, but you'll get good XP. And you can also harass a little bit, be that great, but you can force her to spend a little bit of and maybe think twice about farming the wave, disrupt her CSing a little bit. But you and I just got so much on that bottom lane where this normally like a very difficult lane for Dire to get a lot out of, and combine that with the Slardar and the Nooker, like really good road potential. That's just not something that you're gonna give away so freely in the early game.
looks like they started out crit.
Track gold.
Jeez, that is the first real track money being brought in and soaked into the pocket of Newbee.
They also have no save this game. Last game they had the Oracle. This game, if a hero gets jumped,
Boat, if it comes, how fast they're dying, the boat will start sailing, but they'll be flying into a dead corpse.
yeah, their burst is
Blinding light
strong.
is like maybe. We'll create a bit of space, but you're reaching at this point.
Nuke too.
Yeah.
Like, Sumail died so easily in the mid lane. That was when he had raindrops too. Like the raindrops normally is like you feel like a god as soon as you pick it up. But this game, they invested a lot in the early game and it's still just giving up far too many kills.
So taking it back to what was anticipated to be slated in that bottom lane for EG, is it just not work? Like if they had a Coddle, Slark, and Kunkka in the bottom lane, does that just not work? Or it can't work because you have to have Sun to keep tabs on the mid, so
You can
Coddle,
just
Slark would not be good enough. Stack the Razor.
I think he can just, he'd probably have to fight 2 more else than normal, but I think he would still match up okay versus Invoker. He'd probably be slightly behind the CS with the bounty hunters constantly there, but that's the one on top, and you have 3 on 2 bottom. Oracle's not that offensive dual lane with Luna. Like they should not have been able to do that. I think like they could have run 3 people down there, they could run 2 people down there, they could run just they sack a Slark down there, they could sack Keeper down there. I don't really think that is like really being sacked.
I mean, yeah, you can always sit under the tower and just blast from afar.
Ideally, I think that's what you do, but it didn't seem like they had any interest in that lane at all. And Newbee have been able to eke out a lot more farm because of access to the Radiant jungle, and that was that's quick Roche. They don't even need to give it to SC. He's feeling very confident and gets his Yules up very early, very good versus the X combo.
Looking to go for pretty much a perfect series. I mean, 3-0 now, and yeah, ridiculous. Did he die on his Storm Spirit?
He died one time.
One time. Man. Well, a lot of people, especially on the Western audience, probably not too familiar with who he was coming into this tournament, but I'm sure he's starting to make a few more fans now. As him and Newbee, with their more high MMR fresh blood squad, are starting to make waves in their first Premier tournament with their push down this top lane. We'll have to see if EG are going to have any sort of answer here, but based on what I'm seeing so far, they are nowhere near in fighting shape. Zai will do his best, popping off his Spirit form and dishing out some blasts to slow down the roll. He's going commitment into the Chakra, along with some of the blasts.
Sumail gets caught out by KP as SCC comes in to clean up. I really think Invoker's such a cool hero in the way that like almost all the players have a different style of playing him. He really likes his Ice Wall. Like he used it to secure first blood. I've only seen a couple of players really like the Ice Wall early. Normally it's just a Cold Snap Force Spirit into Sunstrike, but he doesn't actually use Cold Snap that much. And the Yules build up is something that we haven't really seen too often recently, after the mana nerf to it, because not that many people drop meters, but he doesn't even use it to drop meteor combos.
You just drop Ice Wall, right?
Yeah, Ice Wall is one of his best spells. It is incredibly strong.
It's a ridiculous amount of moves though.
And the way he also built versus the Razor was very good too. He started off with the boots and relying on his Exort Orb to give him damage, and then immediately after that he went to Windlace, which normally sounds like a stupid build. You're like, what am I going to tell this move speed? But when you need, like, move speed is pretty much damage when you're versus Razor, because he was only able to lead 20 damage at a time. This was even with the Torrent slow.
Yeah, you put it on top of that like track speed and all the other good stuff. This is a very fast Newbee too.
And
yeah, it's hard to get any sort of catch or any sort of consistent link. I need the lockout, and that pretty much comes from Universe and Crit, and they have to make sure it really counts.
Crit for max type though, so they
are that's a fighting build. Or spam out the waves go build, I guess.
Them fighting builds.
That's a fighting build right there.
TC trying to get a pick off with
going right for SCP. Just as fast as he makes his pounce, Fate fishes out the heal.
That's not a good idea. You don't want to fight in an eclipse like that.
And they stop their chase. Newbee though, look at this. They actually 180. They're looking to rush and catch anyone on the way out. KP is at least. But decides not to jump the hurdle, and instead Newbee will get back into this tier 2 and look to fish it off. And he'll grab it up. It's another tower for Newbee.
If he misses the stun, tries to pick up the eye, he is recalling someone in. Xiamen.
Okay, now they gotta run. Thinking that maybe he wants to square up. And now with Arteezy in the mix, they are going to get the better end of this one. They get the quick jump takedown on KP. SC drops the meteor and then has to walk back out and away.
You doubted the power of the recall.
Kaka has been spotted. They dish out the dust. There's going to be the Torrent. There's going to be the bow. Axis a flying. One last little Tidebringer hit from Crit is going to get it done. And suddenly EG they string together another couple of kills.
Now the Kato has been useful. He split to the top lane, forced Newbee to split up from their journey onto the bottom lane after their conquest of the T2 tower, and just overwhelming them with numbers in the top lane, which KP thought was a free kill. He also missed the blink crush on the keeper because Zai was playing very well around the trees. Yeah, pretty much first stage just wasted on the side of Newbee.
Wasn't sure what Zai was going to get because he got in the staff first, so I was like, oh yeah, probably Force, maybe Yules, but no. It looks like it is going to be an Axe, as he does have an Ogre Club now in hand, just opts to build it up in an interesting way.
Yeah, they can play keep away with the keeper.
Give him a gem, and then you'll really have a walking radar on your side.
Yeah, they're not having kills. They haven't really attracted kills after that initial one.
Yeah, it seemed like they all had all the time they could for to hit this serious stride in the game on the back of that track money.
Nah, EG were just playing way well at avoiding them.
Yeah, very evasive, and well, up to this point, Arteezy could be spotted. Jump in, quick crush. Pack was there by Arteezy, and he quickly sidesteps to avoid the Sunstrike. They him with now the track. Shadow Dance, he's up under the trees, not moves. And a recall going to be coming, and he's gone. See you later.
Whew, that was
a fast recall.
It was
it's level 2. It's a level 2 now. Okay.
That was a really good dark pack by him though. He dark packed it like he dark packed the initial stun off. Had he not done that, he would have just died to Sunstrike.
Oh yeah. So good, quick, knee-jerk reaction right there from Arteezy. Allows him to live on. With the team up there to the north, and we again are going to be first kind of scratching their heads and running around the map a bit. Kind of stuck in this weird juggling of do we move forward for the objectives? Are we utilizing our bounty hunter and his track money and trying to get some kills here?
They're losing out really hard in vision. Shadow Blade Slark, next 3 Beastmaster, and soon to be Keeper Ags. They're going to have a really hard time moving on their map finding kill. Or isn't going to be able to get clean jumps on them. Actually had not a great of impact past his 8-minute blink that he's only been able to pick up a handful of assists in the meantime, just because of the way that EG is positioning themselves.
I don't know if that means that Newbee need to wait for every nighttime to try to hope that they will have slightly better vision.
Nighttime isn't even that great for them. It's good at Luna, but it's also bad for Slark, now they have the gems.
Yeah.
They pick up them very early. They actually put a good use as Slark immediately will de-ward or at least get inside that one ward in case he's in the trees.
Alright, looks like Crit will be able to take care of the ward. They'll know that Slark might have been around or something was a bit odd as he's able to kind of take that ward.
Top lane.
Top lane. SC's dead.
I's been around the entire time. He just keeps recalling people in, recall the universe so that they can just blink roar, get a free kill on him. And now his build's not panning out too well for him.
Yeah, it turns out to be a bit awkward now for SC. Out on his own. The rest of Newbee make their move in for Arteezy, a lead and crush. Well, they try to go for the ricochet bounce on Shuriken, but Shadow Dance and Arteezy's gone. Pretty very trouble to take down. That is two different opportunities not to get the grab on the Slark. And they'll have to reset a bit, man. They have seriously, their momentum has seriously been stopped right now. They were up to like a 5 net worth advantage at one point, and now it's all going back the way of EG. They've made that net worth pretty much even, and it's been the XP game, so their very evasive passive play is certainly paying off now. And suddenly you have an Agnum Scepter on Zai, all that early greed in the jungle paying. It's nighttime now, so we can't take full advantage of the unobstructed vision and the heal, but soon enough, by the next daytime, we could see EG try to make a serious push in.
I think they need to try and perhaps... They need to like be able to catch him off guard, which we're trying to do with the smoke. They could also like bait out the call gank just because Zai's been up on the top lane. The second time they've done that is open them with of their own with the BT on the Invoker. Their main for the next Roche, and no one on EG's even close. It's nighttime, but it is a bit safer for them to take it down. Beastmaster is nowhere in sight to give the aid of his hawk, although
there's one by the secret shop right now, but continues to kind of hold it there. By Matt, soon enough they'll realize that we are nowhere to be found in any of these lanes. Well, they'll see the Slardar now by that side shop, but EG get the idea that they're all hanging on that area. They actually pop their own smoke. At least pops a solo smoke. I guess he's trying to see if he can catch anyone from behind the tower if they do decide to put in. Oh no, he gets that crafty ward that you love. I'm behind that tier 2 in the top lane.
That's a lovely one.
It's a nice ward. And this is where Newbee made their move into the pit. They get down so fast. Not surprising by that with the help of the Slardar on their team. But
conceded a T2 and another blink picked up on the side of EG as Beastmaster picks one up. Actually, that's the first one. Actually, what's Sumail's farm in this game?
Oh, you know, he did have trouble for a while, but
he built a lot of strength.
He's tanky. Looking to be in there to, you know, maybe Lewis rushing in, hoping to get a big clips and fight. He's gonna try to be right in her face, having that damage.
Oh, he did have it. Actually, okay. That makes a lot more sense. I was looking at his net worth. I was like, he looked at under farmer and worth. I didn't see his items.
All right, Crit quickly takes out the push in the top lane. The TP's away. Again, just slowing the roll.
Newbee needs them with their own.
They need some way to deal with vision, and right on cue. Actually, they do pick it up.
Yeah, they realize they haven't been able to take fights in like the last 8 minutes.
Yeah, really
longer than that, 12 minutes maybe.
Feeling of just getting nothing done at all.
Yeah, they're still getting a lot of farm because of the Invoker with the Midas, but all their early gold, all their hard work,
and it's been SC got the last kill on Sumail back at like 13 minutes in this game. It's been like 10 minutes since Newbee got a kill.
Yeah.
So that's big props for EG, obviously, with their tremendous amount of vision across the map and just juking and jiving all over the place. They're making Newbee's life really miserable when they're just simply trying to make some track money, you know? Here you go. They smoke.
They have the gem on Kaka right now. This could be a crucial moment for them. I think the gem is really important on both sides.
Scan used. There's one by EG.
Is it gonna hit?
Nope. Just a bit early in an area.
Oh, they gave the gem to Zai. They switched it off from Arteezy to Zai, and it looks like the KP is he gonna? Oh my goodness! Oh, he found Zai.
Oh, he's looking to go in, but Zai, yeah, not to be able to TP away. That's a gem down. And that'll be handed over. Faith now has 2.
Thought he'd be safe. Trees. And the universe positioning was. It actually did not work out well for the he was well positioned. If he were worse, like most to the left, he would pop smoke and then he would have died and then they killed him. Yeah. Stop playing so well.
Oh,
Look at these wards now. Now that they taken down the gem, now they can place more observer wards. They place the Tinker ward on the bottom lane, and they've just been playing around like that. Exactly. He's up top lane, like pretty much a part of Tinker ward, and we just saw Universe and Zai were far on the right side too, just gonna play keep away. Look where E heals with a recall, but Newbee are wise to ways.
Newbee now able to get that side pick, feeling a bit of confidence here. Striking down the mid lane. They're going to be able to find EG to take a fight. Maybe they can draw out EG to come to them. It's time to push in for tier 2s as they support that Aegis.
I have the Aegis. Come and challenge me.
Come out from the dark and fight the EG.
From the light.
From the light. Well, they take a tier 2, they walk out. EG have no say in the matter as they continue to split pressure up top now. Universe is forcing SC back to kind of deal with it and the rest of the team. And it could be back to the grindstone here. I don't know if any moment in particular EG are going to look to try to make their move on Newbee.
No, they're just looking for big picks with the Blink Roar, Necro 3 on the Beastmaster. Like, they still don't have a Lincoln Sphere on the Invoker. He doesn't have, like, the instant Blink Dagger, but he still can't be caught off guard. You want to kill on him, you want to kill on Luna when she doesn't have her Aegis, and these opportunities will present themselves that are patient enough and if Newbee are careless enough.
Uh-oh.
Right, again?
Oh, Keepa. Gotta be careful. Goes for the TP. Got him, man. The facial shuriken. Gotta be there. Zai blasting everything he can, but ultimately the full Newbee squad comes in, takes the old man, breaks his hip, some clutches, and sends him back to the home. Sad stuff there for the Keeper of the Light, but someone's got to push out these lanes.
Look at how aggressively they're swooping in on the bottom lane. Beastmaster look for a Blink Roar onto SCC.
C. Not going to get it though. So, good sense right there from the Invoker waiting back in behind.
Yeah, it was lesser Invokers would have fed there. Very
and he got an ultimate orb, so is that cheap?
Very like Lincoln's, I'd say.
Oh yeah.
To deal with Roar.
Teasy mid. They pop the Lincolns with the truck that allows the Yules, allows the Meteor, allows the combo. SC gonna pick that one up, and he's like, okay, we got to kill, boys. It's been like 15 minutes, but we got it. We'll finally take our TC down, and that might be the trigger point here for Newbee to really go on forward. RTZ does have a buyback, but Newbee would love to test EG. They get a nice crush here on the Sumail. Follow up behind 3. Catch him out with the Yules now. Is anyone going to be the help him? Zai tries that outside with a blinding light, but the damage had been done. Sumail's going to be out for a minute with a buyback now. Zai continuing to blast, but Newbee need a wave to come. Trying to hit this tower, but it's tough.
Careless by EG. The Lincoln only keeps you so safe.
That will cost them a tier 2. And money back to Newbee side. They're feeling confident about moving in now. Good tornado catch with an EMP. Universe is going to lose about half of his mana pool.
I don't think they can push though versus the Keeper. Storm Spear is going to come up pretty soon. Trying to back off, wait for Aegis number 3, go for the Chi, just keep getting pissed like that. This Newbee's game plan. They're not getting too much value out of the track right now, but that's okay. They're forcing EG to play this keep away.
Well, for a while it's felt like EG were fine with playing that keep away, but now EG are on the prowl. Here we go, smoked up, rush down this mid lane. We got Roar, we got Necrobook. And they're hoping to catch Newbee here and pass. They're close, but it looks like they make it. Catch on the KP, jump in, but he's able to blink away just in time. And unfortunately, it looks like for EG, they're just going to have to withdraw and walk away without any sort of pick. Crit will take this opportunity to plant down an ops ward, but
They need another gem. I think gem plus daytime, and then they can look to gain some control again.
It is daytime now, right? Not yet?
No, 32.
No. One more minute. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Do you think daytime for EG, or is it still just on them to continue farming up right now? I mean,
what other choice do they have?
I don't know.
They have to get the gem, wait for time, ward, look for picks. Just do what they did before. They felt like they were getting out farmed, so they were taking a few more risk out farming. Sark was farming out in the mid lane. When he died, he was down the hill, down the river, so you can't actually see them approaching and just not respecting the BOTs. They also have the HOD on the universe. It's gonna get caught out.
Oh, spotted by Kaka here. Track is out. KP's looking to catch up. Man, he looks like a linebacker as he chases down anybody.
Yeah, with the PTs and the HOD, they can actually be close to anywhere with the Invoker. So they have, I don't want to say recall, but like a recall of sorts with that. And then Roshan's about to respawn in maybe 20 seconds time, and that should be pretty easy for them to take out. Luna closing in on her butterfly, and I don't really think they can rival her physical damage given Sumail's 4th place on the net worth chart and Slark's very defensive build with a ton of stats to link into the Scotty.
Yeah, I just don't foresee the deeps here from EG to be able to kind of put in a number on Newbee.
Keeper will do a lot of damage. If Newbee choose to push high ground, they can rely on Keeper to do the brunt of it.
Yeah, they don't have any sort of magic mitigation on Newbee really at all.
They have to Edict, but
that's worse. Yeah.
You can't really use it during the push because you're not hitting the
Yeah, exactly.
I will Fate's Edict you will tank the Lune, then we'll Manta and hit out. If only you could purge it off. Can you purge off your... No, I don't know.
Oh, now they're making a move. Roar from Universe gets snatched for Faith here. Something from SC though. Big Deputy Blast is going to push him back, and Faith's going to be able to get off the false promise on himself and stay good. Tornado fly forward, look for crit. He'll follow up with a crush inside. It's Sumail. Caught very low here. Not going to be able to get the finish. Now Archeezy looking to square up with them. Moves him on in, the back into the BKB, but KP intercepts, jumps in with a crush, slow one down, blasting in the fly on out, and now with the blinding light, KP's not going to be able to get off any sort of shots, but that ice from SC, right on top of Archeezy, and he can't move! Slow and sluggish to be able to make it back away, he does pass to the high ground, and he's going to be good. Or will he? As a chase, catches up, the blink dagger, him and KP, a swing and a miss on the crush, but the fake nuking power coming out with the flying flames will get the finish. We wipe 4 from EG.
Not done yet. He's going in, sweeping in on a T3. Wow, with his plays there. Just the blink deafening blast that Oracle could false promise, save himself. That just completely halts the how they will start off with that fight.
Styling. Even on Zai.
Oh yeah, he's styling. It's that point where Invokers, Mega Farm Invokers just take over.
Something like serious like anime boss right now. Just tremendous skill cap as all these items coming into play with the Agnums and now reaching past level 20. It's time for SC to really flex this stuff.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna pretty like I thought Slark was gonna have a better game here because of the lack of AoE, but the Invoker alone just crushes. Like you can tornado him during the Shadow Dance, you can twirl him like we just saw there, you can move the meatball done on him. Slark has felt helpless. Game number 2.
Now I'm not the biggest Invoker player, but you know we see a lot of Invokers who can dish out easy spells real fast and kill people. But based on someone as I mean, would you say he's like mechanically sound Invoker player?
Very, very.
He's like like bright lights of some serious sick Invokers like DDZ. Man, that guy played a crazy good Invoker.
Yeah.
Here, SC is just...
He's really good about protecting his teammates, though. And, like, the Slark kill on mid lane just set them back so much. They lost a lot of ground off it. Like, the last 10 minutes they had prior to that, farming, dodging, getting kills with the recall. been wasted because of those 2 kills that they were able to get in quick succession with the kill on the Slark and the Razor in the mid and on the left side. And his build has also been particularly good. Like the Yules has been very effective, I think, versus a Slark. He's been able to pick him up with it. His BODs get a lot of foresight to get that deal. He's at the lanes constantly, and it's just very impressive to me how he saved the Oracle. That's a hard thing to do. Save the Oracle while he's stunned before he so that he can false promise. Like that is tall order.
Yeah, EG were definitely split up quite a bit. We saw half of them kind of dealing with that kind of situation with the Invoker, with the Oracle up and above, and then we saw Sumail and Artesia down near the pit dealing with what was happening in the Roche, or the Roche.
Yeah.
And it was just got very funky. Newbee being able to kind of easily blink and dribble between 2 spots definitely worked out in their favor. Yeah. Coming in high ground, EG, what are they to do to stop it? Blast abundance here from Zai, but big move. Crush from KP, a follow-up combo comes out from SD as he shreds right through him. Quickly getting out of from the fight. No roar for you, sir. No buyback will be had. Newbee sweep competition now, but here comes the bounce from EG. Sumail shrugging on in, and suddenly it's going to be 9 on the retreat. Now turn around. There goes the Eclipse. Sumail does not piece of it. Artesia going to be forced to pounce the ground. See, dishes out Tornado to be able to catch on side, turns it back. Lincoln's going to be popped now. Can they get the stuck in the ice wall there? Gets the right click. That's going to get Zai. Depth blast. Move on in. Artesia stuck in that same wall. Will be able to pounce and make it to the high ground, but he's still so slow. Looks like he'll be able to make it out from trouble here, but the onslaught continues as SC gets the next sight, going down and taking out Crit. Now Sumail and Artesia both look to tag team, but he's going to be able to get off the Tornado. He gets the false promise and says, back the hell off. I'm the 9K here. Bow down before me. Artesia cannot have a say in the matter as SC still continues to go to work. U9 will lose Aegis, and now EG looking to make him a pullback with the Pirate combo coming out. Bonus there, but SC who's on in, looks to go for Artesia, still will get grabbed. Quick and sick. There's back Tornado. Universe still finally gonna be able to get the roar off, but it's in a bad spot outside the base. Will it be enough? It will not. Sumail's here now, but ultimately will not be able to help him out with the deeps. Here's the buyback of Artesia as it looks like this will be the final save for EG. He is just desperate now, refuses to accept that SC Invoker is just doing so much work. SC not allowing it, gets the hell off me, bumps him with a deafening blast, blinks in front of him. Kaipi's gonna be there with the crush.
Holy hell, I have never
and
seen...
it is just non-stop. Don't even try it. They cannot do a thing about it.
I have never seen a single player just make EG look
He made them
utterly,
look silly.
They just look like children just like banging on their keyboards at that point.
He's like, just stop it. Don't
That
even
was
bother.
godly. I've seen a lot of godly invokers, and that I think might have one of the best ones I have seen.
That was ridiculous.
Oh my god. Honestly, I was like, how is he level 21 at that point? Are you kidding me? Because I saw that Radiant Deafening Blast, I was like, oh my god, he's 21?
He just final form. It was just
Dude, that was
crazy.
That was absurd.